What's up, guys? Nethervvoid here with a new game for you called Disorder. It's from a new developer called Swagabyte Games, released January 12th on Steam. It was going for $13 at the time I recorded this. It could be, or at the time I wrote down these notes, which it could have changed now, so go check it out. It's a story-based, pixelated platformer. As you can see, it's pretty simple here. It's basically a story about this guy's nightmares with his family and things like that. So, pretty neat. And okay, here we go. There are a few things I like about it, and there's some things I don't like. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And I don't know a lot about the storyline because I have not played the game through. I don't like to play the entire thing through. I'm not doing a review. This is a first impressions. I basically like to show you a game and learn about the major mechanics so I can tell you about it to see if you want to go buy the game yourself. That's really what the first impressions are for. And the episode 1 of my series are usually about first impressions of the game, so that I put all these in the series. You can watch all those if you would like and figure out kind of what games I think are cool and what you might want to play. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into options here and turn down the sound effects because I think they're too loud. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit too. Doesn't seem like that's affecting it, but let's go to exit. Maybe. Yeah, okay, that did affect it. Don't push escape. No, keep fighting the pain. Don't push escape, because escape will take you out of full screen mode and make it a really tiny screen, and I'm pretty sure there are not a lot of controls in this game. Again, the company's pretty new, and it went right back to how loud the sound was before. Can we maybe turn it off? Is that what we're doing here? Maybe. No, the sound is the same as it was. Did I not push OK or something? Let's see. Restart. Native. That's native screen. That's going to make it small. I don't want that. Restart. Is that a sound effect? Maybe it is. So... But it feels like this, anyway, it feels like the sound's going back to the way it was. But anyway, it's WASD and spacebar for jump. Pretty simple stuff. We'll just do a little bit of this game, and I might do a series on it, and I'll tell you why I'd have to do this all in a row. There's no real way for me to cut it up. So basically, it's a game. Oh, we forgot to talk about the journal. That's what I should have done. Really want to do that. This is my 4th time trying to record this because I started a couple times wrong, and then there's, well, are we gonna do anything here? There we go. So this is him and his brother, I think. I'll go to the storyline real quick in a sec here. So again, the music seems really loud. I'll have to check that on the video to make sure that the music levels are good. Basically, this guy had like a nervous breakdown or something, and we're gonna try to go figure out what happened. And you can see Disorder. So pretty cool little game for basically such a small company. I think this company's really, really small. I was messaged by, I talked to the guy a little bit, and I think it's like 1 or 2 guys. I'm not exactly positive on that. You have to check. Again, my first impressions. I don't do research on everything about the game and their mom and everything like that. I don't do that. So I might put out some things I think are probably true by what information I do get, and sometimes it's not. That's what a first impression videos is, you know. But anyway, some cool things I like about this game is the shift mechanic. So it's not working. Oh, that's cap lock. So you can shift between 2 different worlds here. And I think this is like the regular world and this is his nightmare world. But let's go to the journal here. And it says, how did this all start? Well, from an early age, I've seen everything as dualism. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, here we go. I suppose this is my story. Though I'm not really sure where to begin, how to separate the truth from the fabrication of the mind. Anyway I slice it, it's a mess. Being back here in this house, I know I brought myself here, but the damp emptiness finds me begging myself to leave all over again. My head is pounding. Thinking back it isn't easy, but I can't let this sickness go any further. I've been hiding from these thoughts for too long. Alright, let's call it a coming-of-age story. I never quite understood what that meant, but it's got a certain beauty to it, as a phrase. So, a coming-of-age story. Then we might as well start before I knew things were turning sour, sure. Let's start with mother and father and brother. So that's what he does when he picks up that picture, right? And now we're in this area where he's talking about his family. From an early age, I've seen everything start as a dualism. Dark, light, joy, fear, love, loss. All binary. I don't see in grays. There's exactly two sides to a coin. Actually, that's not technically true because there is an edge to a coin because a coin has thickness, so therefore it's a 3D object. But that's my logic getting into the mix, and that's fine if you consider the outside of a cylinder as a side. I kind of do. But anyway, I've recently become fascinated by the Mobius strip, a continuous band, only one side, a ruled surface that defies our logic. To navigate this confusion, my memory may be broken, but I can sense some continuity in its landscape. I need to find his meaning. Why he haunts me, plagues my dreams, torments my waking hours. I think this is his brother, but I'm not sure. Reaching school age may have been the first straw on the camel's back. So basically this is a whole huge story. I'm not going to read the whole thing. If you want to buy the game, you can read it. Reading this whole story might not really be what we want to do here. Wow, it's really long. Okay, so you can read that whole story. I will not push escape. I'm going to go to the exit by using up arrow and push spacebar. Remember, escape will take you out of full screen mode. I don't want that. I wish they would change that. So shift, let's just start. I need to navigate through my broken memory. The game still functions perfectly without reading the whole story. The very landscape is shaped by our time together. Dark and light, is it actually a Mobius strip? So see what I need to do here. This is the house, I think, because look, there are pictures. Is hit shift and shift and shift. So they're really just teaching me the game. I can crouch with the down arrow here. Sometimes you have to shift while you jump. Father drove us to school. I would rather have stayed home. That place terrified me. Father drove us to school. So there was a car crash. So this is a save point. His face, oh, here we go. The passing street always looks so empty. Passing streets always look so empty. So cold. Each ride was deathly quiet. His face turned to stone when brother spoke. Interesting. The passing street, okay. So this is where you have to be a little bit clever with your jumping. And I didn't do it because I suck at... I gotta get used to this. I'm so bad at these games. I used to be really good at platformers, but that was really in the Nintendo era. When I had a controller. I never really played platformers on PC. But this isn't too hard. You gotta... So those things right there will zap you, and you have to sometimes use the shift to get around them. So it just takes a second to get kind of used to the controls here, and you'll be fine. See, and you can't shift at every space. Some places you can't shift to the other dimension, which is interesting. But it is what it is. So this is an interesting part right here. Shift over. I've played a little bit of it. Oh, see, I couldn't shift right there. To me... See, you should always be able to shift, but whatever. It is what it is again. But there are some parts you can't. And I shifted right into that. That's awesome. So this is one of those things. So one of the things I really like about this game is, I think the biggest thing is this shift mechanic. I have not played this, seen this in other games. It probably exists in other games. I just haven't seen it, and I've actually never gotten to this part. I usually not quit, but I stopped playing at this point because I didn't want to play too far into the game. So the shift mechanic is really cool. Obviously, that is the whole gimmick of this game. It's really neat. I like it. So we're gonna have to do this, right? Oh, okay. That works. Nope. Okay, maybe I have to do it from here. Again, you don't know where you can shift, which is kind of odd. I think there are secret spots in each level, too. Why would I need that? I guess to get over here? Okay, this is odd. Okay, there's like one spot I can go. But I noticed there are areas I didn't get to. I think I did complete one level, and there are areas I got to that I couldn't get past. So I made it past this level. Neat. So I kind of also like the pixelation, and that might be because I really liked old school games. I'm from the Nintendo era, the Atari era. That's when I first started gaming, and this is the kind of game we would get, is this kind of more pixelated style game. This is probably Nintendo, regular Nintendo graphics, maybe super, but probably regular. So this is an interesting level. I think I did play on this level a little bit. Everything seemed lifeless, but that illusion soon lifted. I also like the story. That's kind of neat. I like that the story is tied into the game. I really love that kind of stuff. The art is really cool, I think. I mean, it's not ridiculous or anything, but it's definitely pretty cool. How is this existing? Light and dark existing together. Oh, that's... okay, that's why. That's weird, but cool. Ah! Nether, not the greatest at games, apparently. So let's try that again. Alright. Probably didn't walk down on this. Alright, there we go. So, there are a few things I don't like about the game, and I think one of them, well, one of the biggest things that they really need to rectify, in my opinion, is you can't save. There is no save in this game. I've looked pretty much everywhere. I can't find a save. So I'm pretty sure there really is no save. That's weird. That one's red. I don't know if I can... No, I'm going to have to shift and jump. So these guys have to match. There we go. That worked. I'm just kind of guessing here sometimes. So see, it stops it, so you need to be close enough to like jump through. So that works for me. So, no saving. It's bad, you know, in these kind of games I really kind of expect there to be more saving. Oh, interesting. Let's make sure we can get this thing as low as possible so we don't hit those energy things. How am I going to do this? Maybe we'll get it up to the point... Oh, that wasn't good. You weren't paying much attention, were you, Nether? No, that's pretty typical for me. I don't pay attention. Okay, let's try this again. So, freeze. Alright, let's do this. We need to do this. Duh. And I'm not sure how... Oh, that doesn't work. You need to go up on the other side. Oh my god. Come on, get better, buddy. But, you know, in conclusion, because I'll probably beat... Oh, well, I'm going to attempt to beat this level. Whether or not I beat this level remains to be seen, but I'm going to attempt to beat this level. So I think what we're going to have to do is let's stop and let me move over a tiny bit here. And then let's do that. There we go. I don't know. What is that? Oh, that's a new mechanic. I think what I have to do is stop it when I can jump on it. Oh, then it goes up. Oh, okay. Well, I can deal with that. Again, they're just teaching me the mechanics right there. That's kind of neat. The perfect sun, a role I could never quite fit. This is pretty normal for... But brother smiled too seldom, only on the days I was well. So there's a lot of fighting in their family. Viewed from outside, we were quite respectable. Like, this is pretty normal for these kind of families, too. Like, if you look at a lot of families, they look perfect. They aren't. I guarantee you they have problems. Pretty much every family has problems. You just don't see them. And, can't shift there, huh? And now what? Okay, I can only shift exactly there. So here's a negative memory. That's why they're all red. So, and the game is about 3 or 4 hours if you play it through, but it's still kind of cool if you like platformers and you like a story game, check it out. It's fun for a couple hours and it's cheap, you know, and if you like, again, I already said, if you like simple platformers, you're probably going to like this. And it looks like it has some kind of cool mechanics. We haven't even seen all the mechanics yet. I'm going to jump on this sucker when I get a chance, as soon as he materializes again. So what's going to happen here is, it's going to fade out or go backwards, so I need to be really careful with how this is going to work. And that's how you die. So anyway, that's going to do it for this game, Disorder. I'm not going to do a series on this. I did want to show you this game for those who like platformers, and again, it's on Steam for 13 bucks. I will try to put a link in the video description. I'll try to remember that. If I don't, please put a comment in the comment section to remind me, and I will do that. Or just look it up on Steam. It's called Disorder. So, as always, guys, stay frosty.